Well, hello there. My name is sometimes Heather and I play Elf Online. Today, we are going to play through the latest Prologue quest that just arrived to Elf Online. Let's go in. I wish to play with Sanilia today. My pen and blade tool is touched by Uncle Shale. I have the Shivering Isles Anointed, is that what you call it? Skin on ESO. I got this from the group store a while back and I am thoroughly enjoying it. Oh hey, Anniversary Jubilee is on for about 2 more hours. Appearance, skins, Shivering Isles Anointment, butterflies, glowing pink eyes. The Shivering Isles calls to you. Will you fight the call or bend the knee to the mud god? Okay. That's enough of that. Today's daily endeavors encourage us to craft 5 items with the alchemy skill, place 2 parlor furnishings, loot 5 containers, defeat 40 enemies, or deal damage in Battleground, Cyrodiil, or Imperial City. This week's weekly endeavors encourage us to kill 125 foes with class abilities, harvest 15 resources from the world, which took about 12 minutes, or kill 15 world bosses. In order to get started with our latest fun thing, we shall pick up a prologue quest called A Guild in Crisis, which acts as a prologue quest to Solstice. These things are always free, so don't hesitate to pick these up from the Crown store, but you can also find the starting points in the open world if you prefer that. I prefer to do this quickly and conveniently. Starting A Guild in Crisis. Speak to Prince Azar. There's a delivery truck outside. I'm hoping it doesn't, affect our choice time together an awful lot. Prince Azar is waiting for us in Daggerfall. Convenient. As usual, we are drinking coffee. Oh, that reminds me. Get the lost tickets. There we go. Sure. So, Prince Azar. Where are you? All the way there.
Master Merrick, where are you? Honor and faith, traveler.
Honor
I
and
could
faith.
use your assistance. The Fighters Guild is under assault. Already 4 guild halls have fallen,
Oh,
and now
no.
Master Merrick, leader of the guild, has disappeared. It pains me to admit it, but I need help.
Who attacked our guild halls?
No one has claimed credit for the attacks, and evidence has been lacking. It makes no sense. Still, I expect more and more attacks at any time. Without Master Merrick, our guild could fall. It's our biggest crisis since the plane meld.
What do you mean Merrick has disappeared?
Just that. I was supposed to meet him here, but he never arrived. Most of the guild is securing the remaining halls, but with you here, we can track down the guild master and stop these attacks.
All right.
The guild needs you, comrade. Will you answer the call?
I'm in. Let's find Guildmaster Merrick and stop the attacks on the Fighters Guild.
I've received conflicting reports from trusted guild scouts. Merrick has supposedly been sighted in Malabal Tor, northern Alakir Desert, and East March. Obviously, he can't be everywhere. Choose a location to investigate and meet the scout there.
I am ready to go look for Guildmaster Merrick.
Merrick is many things, but mage is not one of them. I trust the scouts, but he could not be in 3 distant places at the same time. I need you to make your best guess. Pick a location and see if you can find our missing guildmaster.
So now we get to see player response options, which arrived with the last update. These give you a choice on how to roleplay a character in specific situations. They lead to alternate replies associated with the player's choice and sometimes to alternate paths in the story. These options are identified by icons and will always be accompanied by a standard player response. Player response options include kind, grim, merciful, ruthless, joker, and flirty responses. Here we can find a mistress and an angry choice. Let's go with the happy face. It's obvious that you're worried about Merrick, that you are worried about Merrick. I will do whatever I can to help you find him.
I appreciate that. With Merrick missing, I need to coordinate the defense of the guild halls, analyze scouting reports, and try to learn more about our attackers. Just know the compensation we offer is fair and equitable. Your aid will be rewarded.
So I have already played through this quest once, and I'm trying to recall where I found Merrick. Describe the report from East March.
A guild scout says Merrick was spotted outside Windhelm, a place of snow and ice, and Merrick hates the cold. Still, if some clue pointed here, he wouldn't let a little weather stop him. Do you think Merrick searches for our enemy in East March?
What do the reports from Malabar Tor say?
A guild scout talked to hunters, who said they spotted Merrick near Volkwaston. That area contains many nooks and crannies among the rocks to hide in, and Daedra roamed the vicinity as well. Do you think Merrick could be searching there?
Tell me about the report from the Alikir Desert.
Both Merrick and I know the desert well, but I have no idea why he would go there. Still, a guild scout claims to have spotted him in Sentinel's outskirts. If you decide this is the spot, I suggest you search for him among the cliffs there.
I will go search in the Alikir Desert.
Weemi is a fast and faithful mount. She can get you to the location quickly. I'll send word to the guild scout. They'll meet you and help you search for Merrick. Then they can get word back to me while I follow up with the other reports. Good luck.
Thank you, thank you. So, we mean Princess Zara's mount will take us anywhere we wish to go. Well, almost anywhere. Or at least these 3 locations. So let's travel to Alikir. Let's go to the night awaits for us.
That little Princess Zara sent word that I should meet up with you. Not like I couldn't handle this on my own, but who am I to argue with a Tusking prince?
You're the scout that sent the report to Prince Azar about spotting Guildmaster Merrick?
Guild Scout, Bruiser, and General Pain in the arse. At least that's what Merrick calls me. While most of the guilds settled in to defend the remaining guild halls, I volunteered to stay in the field.
So what's the situation here?
I was looking into the attacks on the Fighters Guild when word reached me that the little prince had lost our guildmaster. When I heard rumors that someone who matched Merrick's description was in the area, I sent my report and started to investigate.
And what have you found out?
I spotted someone who was the spitting image of Merrick moving deliberately through the outskirts of Sentinel and trying not to be seen. I couldn't catch him, but I followed his trail to here.
All right.
The path leads west, so that's where we're going.
How did you get involved in all of this?
Funny story. I started out as a guard in Shornhelm who got caught up in monumental events. Eventually, I joined the Fighters Guild, who usually hire out my services to anyone who needs protection or a sharp sword. Not as funny as I remembered.
Do you know anything more about the attacks on the guild halls?
Just the basics. I was on assignment when the attacks occurred. Since then, I've been trying to dig up anything to point us at the perpetrators. Then I got word that Merrick had disappeared. I hope he's onto something and not another victim.
So, now we need to look for Guild Master Merrick. Just in case we get into trouble. How do I try Similia? Reverse Mark, Trample, Venomous Nice, and Spam Blood Grace and Arterial Burst. I'll check. I will link Similia's build in the description box down below after the stream.
That trap on the
Animal
ground
trap.
looks familiar. Check it
Excellent.
out. Yep, that's one of Merrick's, all right. Uses them when he's too busy to stop at a proper inn. Let's keep going. That camp looks promising. See what those
Guildmaster
papers are all
Merrick's
about.
notes. Many days have passed since I started investigating the attacks on the Fighters Guild. Multiple guild halls suffered heavy casualties with no sign of forced entry. Through a series of informants, I learned several details. This is what I know so far. An unknown enemy powerful enough to wipe out entire guild halls is attacking the Fighters Guild. Clues discovered since I started my private investigation point to this same enemy showing interest in Rivenspire for some as yet undisclosed reason. An informant provided directions to a possible campsite used by this unknown enemy. A simple map sketch follows. I was supposed to meet Prince Azar, but time is of the essence. I need to strike before the unknown enemy slips away again. The young prince has been an excellent student and will be fine on his own. Hopefully, when next we meet, I'll know who the attackers are, and we can rally the guild to deal with them once and for all.
Merrick went after the enemy by himself? That spot on the map. It's northwest of here.
Strangely, we cannot look at the map. All we have is our own map, which leads us to the coastline of Aligar Desert. Ancestors Landing discovered. And here we find the attackers
How about you tell my friend what
camp
happened
and
here?
also
Tread carefully, pal.
Razavia to speak with.
That Fighters Guild warrior was a storm of fury. Left me alive so I could tell some prince what happened here. But neither of you looks much like a prince to me.
Fighters Guild warrior? You mean Guildmaster Merrick? Tell us what's happened here.
Revenge happened. We misjudged the Guildmaster's skill and his anger. He let me live when I renounced the Order of the Black Worm. What you call the Worm Cult made me swear to tell Prince Azar everything I know.
Prince Azar sent me in his place. Tell me what you know.
I don't think so. Not quite yet. My pain is great. Get me something to ease my suffering. Then, I'll share what I know.
Again, we have player options or conversation options, but I'm going to go with the neutral one, for I am true neutral. Alright, what do you need?
Mist scrub grows around here. Low bushes with red jagged leaves. Chewing the leaves dulls pain.
Leaves.
Bring me some mist scrub leaves, and I'll tell you everything I told Merrick.
Alright, I will get you some mist scrub leaves.
No more talking until I get those mist scrub leaves. It grows.
The damn worm cult. I knew the armor looked familiar. Get that mist scrub so he'll tell us more.
So where is the plant? All the way there. Distances in this game sometimes look large on the map, but when you start running you notice that it actually wasn't that far. Which is always a nice surprise. Gather leaves and
Let's get those leaves back to that cultist
read
scum.
a law book
He
real
better
quick.
not have died before I get to kill him.
And does it need? Do we then return to Razavir? Yes, we do.
By the Black Void, this hurts. Do you have
There you go.
I'm pragmatic. Relieving this pain is worth what I have to tell you. Do you have the miscrub leaves?
We need to blackmail him? I will hand over the mist scrub after you tell me what you told Merrick.
Smart. And I'm in too much pain to argue. Merrick spared my life when I told him that the Order of the Black Worm, what you called the Worm Cult, has returned to take vengeance on first the Fighters Guild, then the Mages Guild, then all of Tamriel.
So where is Guildmaster Merrick now?
I told him that our leader, Mazama, had business with Magister Andrello at the Sisters of the Sands Inn in Sentinel. But he left before I could tell him the rest. We have a new weapon. I don't know any details. But Mazama called it a Soul Reaper.
A deal is a deal. With any luck, this mist scrub will ease your pain quickly.
Your kindness is refreshing. A generous act I've not experienced in a very long time. More reason to abandon the Order and make a fresh start. I'll limp into town once the pain subsides.
Leave him. Let's go over what we know.
Well, I hope he will turn to the nice side. Speak with Scordo.
This little worm claims he's renounced his evil ways. Guess I won't gut him like I planned. No Merrick yet, but feels like we're getting closer. Go over what we just learned.
The Worm Cult has returned to take vengeance on the Fighters Guild and Mages Guild and all of Tamriel.
The damn worm cult is really back. I thought they scattered after we stopped the plane meld. And you'd hear about a few remnants, but nothing significant. Not like this. And he said they had a new weapon. What the tusk is a Soul Reaper anyway?
The cultists said their leader had business with a Magister Andrello at the Sisters of the Sands Inn.
I think that's in Sentinel, elaborate building on the northwest side of town. How about you find this Magister, figure out what business she has with Mazama, and if she's seen Merrick, I'll collect Wimi and wait for you outside the inn.
Alright, I will meet you outside after I talk to the Magister.
I never expected the enemy to be the Worm Cult. Thought they were finished after we stopped the plane meld. Look for me outside after you talk to the Magister. I have a few more thoughts I want to share with this worm.
So now we need to go to the Sisters of the Sand Inn. I think the easiest way to reach that is to just travel outside the inn. Using our pretty intrusive recall animation thingy. So where is Magister Andrello? Upstairs. My navigational skills really got to
You
shine
should
there.
rest, Magister Andrello. That incident has you all out of sorts.
You're not the usual serving wench. Where's the tonic I requested? I need something to settle my nerves. Oh, what else can befall me today? One more interruption and I'll never make it to Shornhelm on time.
Did you have business recently with someone named Mazama?
I have no idea who that might be. One moment I was about to board a coach to Shornhelm when a strange woman stopped me and looked deeply into my eyes. The next I was waking up here, feeling awful and very much put out.
What about Merrick of the Fighters Guild? Have you seen him?
That was the second interruption. Merrick spouted nonsense about the worm cult, even as my apprentice spouted nonsense about seeing me board the coach to Shornhelm while he was carrying me here. Merrick ran off, chasing after the coach, I presume.
So Merrick must be on his way to Shornhelm.
Apprentice, arrange another coach. We must be off after I finish my tonic. Where's that damn serving wench? A mage of my standing can't miss the meeting at the Mages Guild Hall. It would be unseemly. Forget I said that. There is no meeting.
Peculiar. Meeting that doesn't exist. Always sounds like trouble. Not a rogue. So now we need to go outside to speak with Scordo some more. There you are.
Did you find the Magister, pal? I think I demonstrated a lot of restraint, waiting out here and not going inside for an ale or two.
That was
Any
very
luck
well
finding
done.
Magister Andrello?
Yes, she met a strange woman and woke up inside, even as her apprentice watched her leave town.
That's a strange story. And the woman, it could have been Mazama. Did the Magister say anything about Guildmaster Merrick?
She told Merrick that someone who looked like her took the coach to Shornhelm. He went after it.
Wait, Merrick's notes mentioned that the enemy was interested in Rivenspire. Shornhelm's in Rivenspire. What could the worm cult be after in that part of the world?
The Magister let slip that the Mages Guild is having some sort of meeting there.
And Razawir the Cultist told us the Worm Cult wants revenge on the Mages Guild as well as the Fighters Guild. This is bad. Let's get to the Shornhelm Mages Guild and try to catch up with Merrick.
Right, I will meet you in Shornhelm.
If you need quick transport to Shornhelm's Mages Guild, take Weemy. I'm sure Prince Azar won't mind. And even if he did, he's not here to stop you.
I love it when things are convenient, and we sure as heck is. So now we are in Rivenspire. Go to Shornhelm Mages Guild. Right here.
I appreciate the Fighters Guild coming to our aid, Prince Azar.
Comrade, Scordo, I came as soon as I received your message.
Gabriel! Azar! The Worm Cult is going to attack the Mages Guild!
They're already here. Merrick arrived before you and the Prince. He ran down to help.
The attack's begun and Merrick ran down there? Damn! Tell Gabriel what we learned, but be quick about it.
Speak
Time's
with
short,
Gabriel.
so speak quickly. Somehow assailants infiltrated a private meeting beneath the guild hall and some of our most influential mages were caught unawares. Merrick arrived and raced to help, but... Did Scordo say worm cult?
Yes, the Order of the Black Worm is back and seeking revenge against the Fighters and Mages Guilds.
How can that... We eradicated them, didn't we? A threat of this magnitude must be crushed swiftly. The mages and Merrick can use our help. Can I count on you to join the fight?
Again, we have options. Let's choose the happy face. I am here to help in any way I can.
Thank you. Any amount of assistance is much appreciated. The door to the
Into the
underground chambers is
underground
right over
sanctum.
there. Be careful.
Go, comrade. We need to help the Guildmaster.
Let's. Now we need
Let's
to
look for Guildmaster Merrick,
search
but be ready to take
the
down any
underground
cultists you see.
sanctum, which is a rather pretty place, certainly in disarray. Ooh, enemies. We need to make our way there, which means we're going around, which means we will meet enemies. Let's kill them.
That Fighters Guild warrior! He sliced through the attackers and ran farther in.
Oh, more enemies.
Just like at our guild halls. No obvious sign of forced entry, yet clear signs of battle.
Clear signs of battle. Zenilia's belt is a little bit finicky to play
The
with,
divine, I'm safe.
but so much fun when you get your head around it. Armamencer. Sounds like a new kind of a thing that probably isn't. Is that a soul gem? I'm drowning in them. Let's take one more. Oh, daily endeavor completed. Loot 5 containers.
The Mages Guild built all this under Shornhelm? I wonder if the people know what lies beneath their feet.
Blueprint. Orcus table. Raised fallen. I really like the floating books. I wonder if
Did you
they
feel that?
are
Hurry! Through those doors ahead.
available to purchase as furnishings. Meeting chambers. Enter.
Look! Across the chasm! Guildmaster Merrick!
Merrick.
The worm cult has him! Let
no,
my
Merrick's in
mentor
trouble.
go! Foul creature!
Stop, mortal! The Soul Reaper is not yet stable!
Merrick! No!
Oh no, Merrick!
That explosion! Stendar preserve him! Merrick was caught in the blast!
A dead mortal's appearance is no good to me. Come, we're done here.
We come too late.
No! Merrick can't be dead! We need to reach him!
Follow Prince Azar
Stendar,
through
please.
reading.
Merrick can't be dead! He just can't! By the gods! Merrick! Merrick's dead. By the swords of my forefathers, I will make
Oh,
the
no,
worm
Merrick.
cult pay.
I came as quick as I...
This saddens me.
Merrick. The Magisters. What happened?
Merrick destroyed the worm cult device. It exploded and killed him. Comrade, please. Search the area and gather Guildmaster Merrick's weapons.
So now we need to gather Merrick's weapons. Here's his shield
Merrick would polish that shield for hours.
and
It was
sword.
almost a... That was his father's sword. Merrick wielded it proudly.
And also we get to examine the Soul
I'll
Reaper.
teleport the remains of that horrid device upstairs for study.
And summons to... was it remnants? To the faithful of the Order who still linger in the shadows. Our time rises once more. Events unfold far from here that shall resurrect the glorious order of the Black Worm. Its power shall grow 100-fold in the days that follow. We must come together now. Gather all still loyal to our cause and purpose. Join us in the worm nest on the northern coast of Rivenspire. You can enter the lair through the cove south of the lighthouse. We will take our well-deserved revenge on the Fighters Guild, the Mages Guild, and all of Tamriel for the Worm King.
You found something. Let me see. What a loss. Merrick was our leader, my mentor. Practically a father to me since I joined the Fighters Guild. Thank you for gathering his sword and shield. Strange, though, that a Daedra was leading these worm cultists. What was that note you found?
One of the cultists must have dropped it. It's a summons for them to gather at a worm's nest.
Let me see. A worm cult nest on Rivenspire's northern coast? Stendarr blesses us with another foolish enemy, quick to put their plans to paper. First, however, we must go to the Fighters Guild Hall in Shornhelm. Tell Scordo what befell Merrick.
All right.
Use the nearby doors to leave. When you assault the worm nest, the Mages Guild will join you. You have my word.
As the guilds first defeated the worm cult, so shall we do so again. But that device, a Daedra named Mazama called it a Soul Reaper.
Soul Reaper, hmm? We'll study it and determine its exact purpose.
Gabrielle, can you help me take care of Guildmaster Merrick?
Of course, Princessa.
We are not required here, so we can continue to at the Fighters Guild. Also, Fighters Guild can be found on the other side of Shornhelm. Let's sprint.
Princessa, the guild hall's on high alert. I was about to lead a contingent of fighters to the Mages Guild.
The battle's over, Scordo. Guildmaster Merrick is dead.
What? Not Merrick? Hey, pal, tell me what happened. That can't be right. What Princess Ah said. Merrick can't be dead. Tell me this is some sort of bad joke, pal.
It is true. Merrick saved the Mages Guild and destroyed the Soul Reaper. He died when it exploded.
Those Tuscan bastards! I came back here to rally the troops, but I should have gone down there with you! I could have saved Merrick, damn it! This is bad. What's the guild gonna do without its guildmaster? And at a time like this?
Scordo, focus. Here's Merrick's sword and shield. Gabrielle took care of his body.
Oh, right, of course. Merrick loved these. They were family heirlooms. He was proud to wield them in service to the greater good. He was always spouting nonsense like that. All right. Tell me that you and the prince have a plan to make someone pay.
We learned that there's a worm nest close by, on the coast of northern Rivenspire.
Guildmaster Merrick is really dead, Scordo. I don't know how we're going to stop the worm cult without him. Scordo's correct. This is bad. How are we going to stop Mazama and the Worm Cult without Guildmaster Merrick to guide us?
We have to do something, Prince Azar.
I hear your words, but my mind is a storm of emotions. Merrick, my friend, my mentor, he died and I couldn't save him. I wasn't even at his side. I wasn't there to help him when he needed me the most. Stendarr, help me. I don't know what to do.
Yes, you do. Guildmaster Merrick taught you well, didn't he?
You're right, comrade. Guildmaster Merrick taught me very well indeed. As did my father, King Faharajad, and my many tutors in Sentinel. We may have lost Merrick, but we can still win this war. Thank you for making me see that.
Of course, Prince Azar.
Your words were like a strong wind in the desert, scattering the sand of despair that was smothering my soul. Before we take action, I want to commend you and reward you for your service, and ask that you stay to finish this with us. For Merrick. You helped me realize that the world doesn't
And
stop just
this
because
completes the
someone we
first stage
respected
of
and
this
cared
quest.
about is no
There
longer
are
with
two.
us. Now that we know the enemy, the time has come to take the battle to the Worm Cult.
What's the plan, Prince Azar?
The note we discovered talked about a worm nest on the northern coast of Rivenspire. We must gather our forces, storm their lair, and deal with the Worm Cult leader, Mazama.
The note could have been left there as a trap.
Perhaps, but I don't think so. Everything happened quickly after Merrick destroyed the Soul Reaper and Mazama retreated. The job I hired you for ended when we found Merrick. But I'd like to extend your employment. Help us assault the Worm Cult nest.
I will help you destroy the Worm Cult nest and defeat Mazama.
Pardon
But
the interruption.
first-
Von Escalarian would like to talk to you. He's right outside.
I require
The
more
leader of
coffee.
the Mages Guild? His assistance could be crucial to destroying the worm nest.
Just a moment. I am almost there. I have returned. Without any sorts of incidents. Now, we need to exit this place and speak with Vanus Galarian, the leader of Mages
Welcome,
Guild.
Bonus. We're glad to be working alongside you and your guild again.
There's no... Obviously, I need no introduction.
Yes.
Everyone has heard of Von Escalarian, founder and leader of the Mages Guild. I understand that you were instrumental in driving the Worm Cult from our sanctum. Describe what you saw, please. I require every detail.
The Daedra Mazama led the attack. She tried to cast a spell on Merrick, but it failed when she died. When he
Yes.
died, sorry.
Gabriel called Mazama snake-like. My extensive knowledge of Daedra tells me that she's likely a harvester, known for their illusion magic. I suspect that's how she got into our sanctum undetected. Tell me, how did Merrick die?
Merrick broke free of the spell and attacked the Soul Reaper. It exploded and killed
Merrick
him.
was a great warrior, but also reckless. Attacking an unknown arcane device. Clearly a miscalculation. An intact Soul Reaper would have revealed more than the shards we recovered. Had he waited for you to intervene, he might still be alive.
Again, we get to choose how we react. I think the neutral one is actually the best. Merrick's actions saved your sanctum. The worm cult left as soon as the device was destroyed.
Perhaps so. Maybe further study will reveal that he saved lives as well. But with a threat of this magnitude, we need every means at our disposal to gain the upper hand. I've heard enough. Where is this worm cult nest you learned of?
On the northern coast of Rivenspire, in a cove near the lighthouse.
I know that lighthouse well, and am aware of a cove to the south. Let me mark it on your map.
Thank you.
We'll meet you there after I conclude my business with Prince Azah and Skordo. No guild can function without a guild master. Not even the Fighters Guild. The Fighters Guild requires leadership. I suggest Prince Azah take command until your council can select a new guild master.
He's right, Azah. And you know the rest of the guild is more likely to follow you than they are me.
As much as I want to be there with you, I see the wisdom in Varnus' words. I'll stay behind to command the guild.
So, then we get to travel here to find the, well, called nest. Todd, where's the pony? Todd, I require the pony. Dang it, Todd. How do we get there? Because I haven't unlocked way shrines here, and it's going to take a pretty long time to run there. Is there like a plot in North Point? No? Oh, tartar sauce. Well, the longer we wait, the longer it's going to take, right? I probably maybe should have thought about this before, but well, not everything can be figured out. I'm going to travel here and then just run following the road because that is the easiest choice, right? This way. So, this gives us a chance to ponder about the changes that will arrive to the game with update 46, which is coming in June. We get a new area to explore. A small one. And we also get a very exciting new kind of event that is going to happen in like real time. I don't know much about that, but what we have learned sounds... well, it sounds like the kind of thing you really don't want to miss out on, and I hope that it will be as exciting as we all hope. But what's even more exciting is subclassing, which will also arrive to the game with update 46. Unlike the FOMO event, subclassing will be free for everybody. It will be a part of the base game, if I have understood correctly. And that allows you to take your existing characters and add skill lines from other classes. to their builds. Abilities on the borrowed skill lines will cost more skill points, which of course makes sense, and they can be used to make your builds even more interesting. This I am actually really very excited about, and I fear we're going the wrong way. Are we going the wrong way? I don't know. Let's go here, actually, because there's a road. So. There are already quite a few ideas on how you can mix and match classes. I'm hoping to do something interesting with necromancers. I was thinking that maybe necromancers and nightblades could benefit from each other, but
Damn worms
we will
don't
see
make finding
what
their nest
happens.
easy.
Keep looking. The nest must be here
We have
somewhere.
returned. Oh no, alright. To the worm
The
cult
nest
nest.
entrance. Let's head
Let's
inside.
head inside. Worm cult lair. Scare. So this area is a little bit larger and there are more opportunities to get turned around and misplaced.
I suggest we split our forces. We'll draw less attention and hurry our search for Mazama.
This way?
Good call. We'll go west. You and our friend head north.
That conversation holds little. Why is it always spiders?
I sense illusion magic beyond the crumbled wall.
Little value
Find the
because we only have one way to go. Find the illusion magic source. Looks like a
Yes,
quest marker.
there's something here. I'll dispel the
Pansy
illusion.
agrees. Worm
A
cult
hidden
journal.
Intriguing.
Examine.
What does it say?
Today we finished the relocation of our research operation of the abandoned ruins in Rivenspire. The Order of the Black Worm used this nest for years without drawing notice. It was only abandoned after the plane melt was interrupted. At Mazama's command, we reclaimed it to continue our development of the Soul Reaper devices in secret. This journal tracks our ongoing results. Some confuse soul magic with necromancy, but our work on the Soul Reapers proves they are indeed separate disciplines. Fortunately, the Order doesn't lack for practitioners in either field. Imbuing the structure with necrotic energies allows it to sense the proximity of the recently dead, which triggers the soul gems within to activate. Then the altered gems pull the soul toward the device. In the first iteration, the gems merely stored the fresh soul. This wasn't desired as it limited the amount of souls a Reaper could capture. Our current experiments seek to propel the captured soul to a specific location of our choosing. After many hours of study, prolonged ritual preparations and the valued deaths of many from our order, the Soul Reapers work as planned. Now, when a mortal dies near a Reaper, the Reaper captures the soul and sends it to a secure location. Our next step is to produce as many of these devices as possible so we can deploy them anywhere in Tamriel. Once the Soul Reaper senses a fresh kill, it automatically activates. Members of the Order only need to continue sacrificing and it will transport souls indefinitely. The Soul Reaper destroyed by the Fighters Guild leader beneath the Mages Guild revealed an interesting flaw in the current design. Now, just smashing a Soul Reaper before it has fully stabilized, all of the necrotic energy flowing into it results in a devastating explosion, such as the one that killed the Fighters Guild leader. We discovered upon further examination that should an unenlightened enemy get near a Soul Reaper, they can disable it by tearing out its core. This causes the Soul Reaper to deactivate and release its magic safely, causing the device to collapse without the resulting explosion. Additional iteration should find ways to overcome this flaw. Wow.
A means to deactivate the Soul Reapers. But where do they funnel souls to? Let's keep searching.
Let's. That was a really long chat. Oh. Didn't notice anything. But Vanus Galarian offers aid to us in the form of a synergy.
Come, I shall augment your attacks.
Oh. Got confused with bells.
I offer my great strength.
Don't look at the spiders. Oh, spider Tetra. Somehow spider Tetras aren't as horrifying as ordinary spiders. I don't know why. Maybe it's the head.
How deep have these disgusting worms burrowed? Look, past the gate. Captives from the Mages Guild.
Resist if you want. We take your soul either way.
Oh no.
The device siphoned their souls. Horrid death. We must destroy that Soul Reaper.
We must destroy it. Urns. Nothing very important in those containers. Search the worm cult nest.
Destroy that abomination!
Destroy.
Tear out its core as the journal described. Excellent. They can be destroyed with... Now that I witnessed a Soul Reaper firsthand, the scope of the danger becomes quite clear. This goes beyond the threat to the fighters and mages guilds. But what is the worm cult's ultimate goal?
You must have some notion about what the worm cult truly wants.
I have contended with the worm cult longer than anyone. Based on previous encounters, they usually seek something disastrous. The more information we learn down here, the better. I sense illusion magic nearby. Let's search this room for its source.
Let's. In any other game, we would need to use our senses, but in Elder Scrolls Online,
The illusion is behind that
the game
altar,
holds our
along the
hands
wall.
and draws us to our destination.
What can we learn from this scroll?
Another scroll, Resurrection and Revelation. They thought us dead, but what is death to the Order of the Black Worm, or to a Daedra such as I? It is no ending, no blockade. Blockade. Merely a temporary state during which one can hoard power. We all know the dead contain energies to be harnessed. The Order was no different. We gathered our strength and emerged from the ground invigorated, hungry for revenge. We have worked in darkness and silence, gathered our resources and built new tools. Now our time has come to emerge from hiding, deploy the Soul Reapers, and siphon every soul from across Tamriel. To restart our great and terrible work, to prove our loyalty to Lord Molag Bal, so that we may gain his favor for our plans. Mazama.
A singular focus on the destruction of every living being. They must be stopped. Our search continues.
Search deeper into the worm-cult nest.
Come, I shall augment your attacks. By the stars, so many Reapers. They could blanket all of Tamriel. Let my magic empower you!
We don't need to kill all enemies, but sometimes it's more convenient to just slay them
The
rather
Fighters
than
Guild
to
contingent,
sneak
all
past.
dead. Wait, I recognize that sword. It's Skordo's.
Pick up Skordo's sword. What happened to
Let me take a look at that sword.
Skordo?
It's Skordo's blade, all right. I'd know his tough, stubborn aura anywhere, and the sword reeks of it. He wouldn't have parted with his weapon, not unless he had no choice. Our task now shifts from gathering information to rescuing Skordo the Knife.
How do we find Skordo?
By doing something reckless. We must split up. I suspect time is of the essence, and I won't see another member of the Fighters Guild fall this day. Take the eastern hallway, and be careful. Illusions abound in this place.
Alrighty. Vanus seems like a very stuck-up person, but beneath that surface is a warm, caring heart. That's probably why he needs just kept. And now we are on our own and must. Skordo? Skordo, how do I get to you? Can you toss a rope? So, need to figure out a way to reach Skordo. No help in the air. We find a trap here, stand in the circle and you will get electrocuted. Might be smart to not do that.
Skordo! You're injured!
Oh no,
No,
Skordo's
Varus,
hurt.
I'm over here! That's not me!
Arrogant
Oh
mage.
dear.
My master demands your presence.
Dragging Varus into a portal!
Oh no!
Mage does not fall easily!
You can fight it, Vanus.
You can't have
I
him,
have full faith in
creature!
you.
Protect the staff!
First, the mage's head. Next, the fighter's heart.
Well, that was exciting.
Vanus is gone. Mazama took him.
Yeah, let's figure this out, pal.
Speak to Scotto.
Mazama ambushed me. Cast a spell and I blacked out.
Oh dear.
I woke up feeling wrung dry, like how you described Magister Andrello. I guess that's what it feels like when the snake takes your appearance.
She used your appearance to trick us and capture Vanus.
Yeah, but I think she's planning more than that. Did you hear what she said about the fighter's heart? But what do I know? I can't even keep my friends safe. It's all falling apart, pal. I don't think we're gonna beat the worms this time.
We need to find a way, Scotto.
Yeah, of course we do. At least we need to go down fighting, right? But we need to get out of this stinking pit. Clear my head from Mazama's spell. Then figure out what to do next. Let's ask Gabrielle to make us a portal. She loves doing that.
Let's.
How do you feel
Gabrielle.
about a portal, Gabrielle?
Of course. One portal to Shornhelm's Mages Guild coming up.
Thank you, Gabrielle.
About Vanus.
No apologies, Scordo. We'll
Oh,
get
take the
Vanus
stuff.
back.
Somebody pick
I'll
up the
take
stuff.
Vanus's staff. It may behave strangely in untrained hands.
Alright. Stuff is safe.
All
Now we can go.
yours. Now let's get out of here.
Tell me, what happened?
Talk
Where's
to
Vanus?
Prince
I'll let our
Azar.
friend fill you in. I need to think.
I came as soon as I received Gabrielle's summons, just in time to see you all return. But where's Vanus? And why do Gabrielle and Scordo look so haggard? What happened at that worm nest, comrade?
Vanus and I discovered a way to safely destroy the Soul Reapers, and we know their specific purpose.
We can destroy the Soul Reapers without unleashing a killing explosion?
Yes, we can.
That's excellent news. I can't wait to hear the details. But what do they actually do? And by the swords of my forefathers, tell me what happened to Vanus.
The Reapers steal souls. The cult has enough to cover Tamriel. As for Vanus, Mazama captured him.
Mizama and the Worm Cult captured Vanus Galarian, the leader of the Mages Guild and the greatest mage alive. You probably should have led with that, comrade. First Merrick, now Vanus. By Stendarr's beard, what other disasters can befall us?
Mazama took Scordo's form and said, first, the mage's head, next, the fighter's heart, as she left.
The mage's head obviously refers to Vanus. As for the fighter's heart, she already killed Merrick. I'm just a temporary substitute for the duration of this crisis. What could she... Set's tears! She means to attack the Earthforge!
What's the Earthforge?
An ancient dwarven forge now controlled by the Fighters Guild. It creates items of immense power. Merrick used it to craft a weapon strong enough to destroy a Daedric artifact. As Scordo, Mazama will walk right in. We need to get there now.
I can
How do we
open a
get
portal
there
to
now?
the Earthforge. Then Prince Azar and I have our own task to attend to.
Thank you, Gabrielle.
What can be
Portal
more
to the
important than
Earthforge.
defending the Earthforge and stopping Mazama?
Enough Reapers to cover all of Tamriel.
So, here...
Marlock's jawbone! The attack's already begun!
We need to speak
Let's
with
talk before we rush
Scordo
in
before
blindly.
mindlessly attacking. Don't
Look
repeat
what
my mistakes.
Mazama and her worms have done! More of my comrades dead! I want to gut every last worm and leave them drowning in their own blood! This is my fault. All my fault.
What do you mean, Scordo? Mazama and the Worm Cult are to blame.
Sure, but I let myself get captured. Let Mazama use her illusion magic on me. You saw how she pretended to be me to capture Vanus. My guess is she's using the same trick here to infiltrate the Earthforge.
That seems likely, but there may still be time to save whoever's still alive deeper inside.
Yeah, optimism. I suppose we need that right about now. Princess A's gonna want an intact fighters guild to lead, after Gabrielle and him convinced the three alliances to join forces. That means it's up to us to save whoever's still alive here.
How do you want to proceed?
With extreme prejudice. Kill every worm cultist that crosses our path. Destroy those damn Soul Reapers. And then find Mazama and send her back to whatever oblivion pit she crawled out of. Let's get moving!
Let's. So we need to destroy Soul Reapers and also slay cultists. Destroy. So destroying the Soul Reapers is actually an optional step, but it seems silly not to. So also, it's kind of cool.
More Soul Reapers! Destroy them!
Oops. We missed one here. Is that a summoning portal? Yes, it is. Daily endeavor completed. Defeat 40 enemies.
Faster, pal! As long as Mazama's pretending to be me, my guildmates are dying!
I'm moving as fast as I dare. Why is it over spiders? What is this?
Ah! I don't remember these corridors being so dismal!
In case you didn't know, I am really afraid of spiders and...
There! That's me! I mean, not me! Mazama! Get her!
ESO's spiders are very lifelike. We have found Mazama and now we need to engage in combat.
I shattered your plans, killed or captured your leaders. The Order of the Black Worm is victorious!
Oops. This was one of the battles where you need to do many things. All things. Is this the Mazama kill first? I think it is. And then the real one. And try to watch out for traps. And then we need to kill additional enemies again. Ah. And there are traps. And I'm still for vampire. This isn't easy. Again for the real Mazama can we? Ah, we did it.
Well done, friend. You made Mazama pay for Merrick and all the deaths she caused.
Yeah.
And it looks like the worms didn't get all my guildmates. That's something at least.
Speak with Gabrielle.
Good job taking down Mazama, but we're not safe yet. As Prince Azah and I were meeting with representatives of the three alliances, we received reports of Soul Reapers and Worm Cult attack squads appearing across Tamriel. It's bad out there.
So you convinced the three alliances to join together to combat the Worm Cult again?
Not exactly. Prince Azah and I were able to get the alliances to send ambassadors to Sturk, the same island where Ivanis forged the agreement to attack Cold Harbor. But we're far from reaching such an agreement again. Frankly, we could use your help.
What do you need me to do?
Take my portal to Sturk and talk to your alliance's ambassador. Convince them that the Worm Cult threat is real and we need to work together to stop it. Prince Azah and I will lean on the other two and do the same.
Alright, I will talk to my alliance's ambassador on Sturk.
I left the alliance ambassadors alone on Sturk with Prince Azah. Let's go try to convince them.
Emphasis on the word try. I have forgotten which alliance I belong to. Let's check that out real quick. Similia? Belongs to the Daggerfall Covenant.
Did you explain the stakes? We need the three alliances to cooperate.
We got them to come to Sturk. That's a start. Now we just need to make them see reason.
Ambassadors, please! You must listen!
Those attacks in Oradon. Prince Azar says it's the Worm Cult.
What does it matter? We can't fight wars in both Cyrodiil and our sovereign territory.
Find the ambassadors on Sturk. These guys? Are there additional dudes? No, now we're outside the area. Do we need to speak with someone? Activate
Prince Azar
something?
said Gabrielle was bringing the hero who uncovered this plot. Let's hear them out.
Ambassador Janet, speak to...
Prince Azar insists that all of Tamriel is in danger. Would you care to elaborate? I need more details if I'm to make a recommendation of any sort to my superiors.
The Worm Cult has returned. They're launching attacks throughout Tamriel with Soul Reaper devices.
The Worm Cult? Oh, not that old specter again. We defeated them soundly during the plane melt crisis. Their threat has faded from Tamriel like dew in the morning sun. You waste my time with rumors and speculation.
4 Fighters Guild halls were destroyed, Merrick was killed, and Vanis Galarian has been captured.
Merrick and Vanis? That shines a very different light on the subject. I can see why Prince Azar and Gabrielle seem so worried. I'll bring this information to my superiors right away. I'm sure I speak for my fellow diplomats when I say we will pass on the information, but can make no promises.
Vanis' staff. It's reacting to you, friend. Reach out and see what happens.
Reach out and touch that.
This isn't my doing. Vanis' staff seems to have a mind of its own. Take a closer look.
So, examine Vanis' staff.
Vanis!
Oh,
Listen, everyone. My time is short.
friend. Talk
You
to...
must hear what I am very much relieved that my spell succeeded and reached you. And I see you've gathered the alliances. Good, good. Needless to say, the Worm Cult captured me. My spell won't last long, so listen closely to my instructions.
We are listening.
Mazama teleported me and locked me in a cell. Reminds me of Cold Harbor. but also it doesn't. A problem for later. Listen, the Soul Reapers are just the start. The worm cult has a hidden nest. It's amassing forces to launch a devastating attack.
A hidden nest? Where?
My guards mentioned an isolated island called Solstice. If I learn more, I'll contact you again. But you must convince the alliances. They must join with the guilds again to stop this threat. If not, the worm cult will bring death to all of Nirn.
Oh no.
If even the great Vanus Galarian is worried about this threat, we have to act. Now.
There's no time to waste, comrade. Come, let us speak.
Speak with Prince Azar.
Between your efforts and Varnus' message, the Alliance ambassadors finally seem willing to throw us their support. And from what Varnus told us, I suspect we'll need it. A rescue must wait. The threat hiding on Solstice is our first priority.
So what now, Prince Azar?
Just as the alliances, guilds, and heroes of Tamriel joined forces on Sturk to end the plane meld, we must do so again to stop the worm cult on Solstice. Your actions were instrumental in revealing this threat. I hope we can count on you again.
But of course. So the first time you complete this quest, you'll get a mudcrab non-combat pet. I have already completed this one, so I didn't get the pet again.
Agreed. We must report back to our superiors and rally our forces.
And what should we call this newfound camaraderie?
As we have...
How about the Sturk Fellowship? This island has a habit of being part of these things.
Done our best to help the guilds and have managed to further the crisis afflicting them. I do believe the time has come to say goodbye. For now, I will return on Thursday at 2 p.m. to continue our adventure in Markarth. And don't forget, in 2.5 hours there is a Bethesda stream on Twitch and YouTube, and they will reveal something about Oblivion. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all later. Ciao.